Morning, everyone. I'm Ivo. I'm a co-founder of FHOS, and what we do is we turn the phone into a POS terminal. After 40 years of hardware developments in the POS acceptance business, what we are left with is 35 million merchants in Europe alone do not accept cards. We seem to be running out of ideas what to do next with the hardware. So what we are saying is you don't need hardware anymore when you have the phone, when you have the Android devices. So we bring you FHOS, which is the first purely software POS solution for Android NFC-enabled devices. To accept contactless payments directly on the phone is exciting enough, but we only take it as a starting point. What we would like to do and what we plan to do is to turn the phone into the business hub of the merchant so that they can accept not only cards, but alternative payment methods. They can use the transaction data, which at the moment is largely unutilized, to leverage their business and feed it into business applications. And finally, by bringing a little bit more transparency to their business, we would like to help merchants to have better access to working capital. Where we are, we are among the first, if not the first in the world, to pass level 2 certification with Visa and MasterCard. We have passed the security test, proving to the world that the phone is secure enough to accept payments. We have 2 patents pending, and we're moving forward. The market is quite large. I mean, everybody is talking about e-commerce. Everybody is focused on e-commerce. But the fact remains that 85% of the purchases we make are still in the shops. And it seems like the payment service providers are a little bit under-providing for the brick-and-mortar shops. In Europe alone, we have 50 million merchants and 70 million POSs, which makes a gap of around 35 to 40 million merchants not accepting payments today from cards. And the market is perfect for the phone because its phone penetration and contactless penetration in Europe is practically 100%. Acceptance is one thing, but the other main problem for the merchant is the lack of working capital. And by bringing more transparency to their business, we actually help them resolve this major friction point which slows their growth. How do we compare to the others in the market? Very simple. We don't require any hardware. We are phone agnostic. We operate with any Android NFC device, not just Samsung. We have designed the product to have a lot of features, which we're going to be rolling one after the other. But the point is that these features actually allow for very wide monetization possibilities. The product was designed to serve the long tail of the business, the small merchants who can't be bothered, who cannot afford a POS terminal. So we will start with underserved and unserved part of the market. But as we roll out the different features, which will bring more value added to the merchants, we'll be moving up market and we'll actually be able to provide substantial value to medium and even larger merchants. Our go-to-market strategy is very clear. We want to partner with the largest bankers and acquirers in the business, and we want to empower them to reach a segment of the market that they're not able to reach at the moment. Also because our product works with any Android device, we will be working very closely with hardware and software manufacturers that provide solutions to the merchant, so we can embed our SDK directly into their product. In the short 2-3 months since we started discussing with partners after we've passed the certification with Visa and MasterCard, we have seen an overwhelmingly positive response from players. In terms of business model, it's based on very clear and accepted by the market revenue monetization drivers. All of the obvious ones are transactions fee, per-app fees, license fees from our partners. But given the design of the product, we have a number of alternative drivers, which relates to issuing and banking services to the merchant, revenue share from the App Store, and fees from the lending part of the business. The team behind the concept has a unique combination between entrepreneurial and business building track record. We have very deep domain expertise, cumulatively maybe over 100 years of experience in payments and financial services, and very strong dev team. Some of our developers were among the early builders of Screw, for example, and you can see some of the companies that our team has worked in before. Where we are today, as I said, we've passed the certification with Visa and MasterCard level 2. We've passed the security test. We are now doing the end-to-end testing. We are already in pilots in 3 or 4 countries in Europe. We have developed already the PIN-on-phone solution. We are now working with PCI and security labs to actually get the certification in place because there's still no standards of PIN-on-phone. And we plan to roll out commercially first quarter of next year and roll out the penal phone in Q3 next year. About our long-term vision, we want to build PHOS into the preferred payment method for the SME, and we want to redefine payments based on the power of mobile. As everything is moving to mobile, so should payments according to our view. We start with Europe, where we have, as I mentioned, very good conditions in the market for developing the phone as a payment acceptance tool, and then we move to other parts of the world driven by where the contactless penetration is the biggest. We are now raising £2 million, which would give us a runway for the next 15 to 18 months. And that's about it. Thank you very much.